Hello, guys. This is a continuation with what we were doing yesterday, Nelson Mandela Long Walk to Freedom, and I am on page number 21. So it says about how Dr. Mandela is trying to remember all his fellow freedom fighters who worked so hard, diligently, continuously for centuries, I should say, to see this day of freedom. And he's also trying to remember his fellow freedom fighters who were mentioned yesterday. Perhaps it requires depths of oppression to create such heights of character. He's trying to look at the positive side of such dominance and oppression for such a long time, and he is trying to say that maybe this is a way that how we can create such a character where you just don't stop, where you don't step back. You keep on moving despite of all the odds, despite of all the oppression, despite of all the discrimination. You keep on moving forward. My country is rich in the minerals and gems that lie beneath its soil. One cannot deny the fact that South Africa is one of the richest sources of natural resources, and unfortunately it has been exploited for a very very long time by fellow white South Africans, before that the British colonies, and basically uh, there was nothing left for fellow South Africans, native South Africans. There's a lot of if you look at the history of the South Africa of Africa as a continent, we still have so many countries in Africa which are politically corrupt, I should say, to such an extent that there is no food for the common people. They are living in complete misery and poverty. So he's talking about South. So in this reference, we'll just talk about South Africa. But I have always known that its greatest wealth is its people. And he's saying that apart from all the natural resources and gold and diamonds and all the resources that God has gifted South Africa, I know that the richest and the most valuable wealth of South Africa is the people of South Africa. And here he's not only talking about black South Africans, he's talking about every South African, despite of the skin color, finer and truer than the purest diamonds. And he's referring to them as more valuable than the diamonds produced in South Africa. Beautiful lines. It is from these comrades. Comrades means freedom fighters who are fighting for the struggle as soldiers. In the struggle that I learned the meaning of courage. When you have the courage, the heart to dare to do something. When you do not fear something, time and again. That means again and again, repeatedly. He kept on moving in and out of prison. He was termed as an outlaw. I have seen men and women risk and give up their lives for an idea. The idea to breathe and live under a free South Africa. And for that, he has seen and witnessed so many fellow South African brothers and sisters sacrificing their lives. I have seen men stand up to attacks and torture without breaking, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination. And he's trying to say how these people used to march peacefully, and how they were attacked and tortured endlessly without breaking, showing that means without stepping back, showing a strength and resilience that defies the imagination, ability to deal with any kind of, they had, I think they had just mentally prepare themselves that they are ready to bear any kind of suffering, any kind of torture, any kind of discrimination. Even if they were killed, they would, but the freedom struggle would not stop. Non-stop struggle. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph of it. The courage was not the absence of fear. If you are courageous and brave,